Welcome back to the Shattered Frontier, everyone.
Where the sun bleeds fire and gold, where the rail runs deep and the stories grow. There's a town on the edge where the brave disappear, lost in the dust of the shattered frontier. Steel and sorcery, lawless and free, a six-shot spell and a curse on the breeze. Gold in the dirt, blood in the gears, fight or get buried in the shattered frontier. Shadows dance neath a broken sun. The past ain't dead and the war ain't won. Ancient hands reach up through the years, a ghost in the bones of the shattered frontier. Steel and sorcery, lawless and free, a six-shot spell and a curse on the breeze. Gold in the dirt, blood in the gears, stand and fight in the shattered frontier.
Last week, we left off after the sundial erupted in a surge of arcane light, and you were all quickly pulled from the chaos by Miss Vasha, a tall, grim tiefling barkeep with a mechanical arm. She led you to safety inside the Broken Spur Saloon, where secrets deeper than the mines began to unfold. Miss Vasha revealed a truth to you all. The sundial wasn't a clock, it was a seal, and by breaking it, y'all unleashed something ancient and powerful beneath the Rustbank. You weren't just marked by light, you were branded by whatever was locked away, a beacon to those watching from the shadows. Miss Vasha told you of the Coulthridge family, the founders of the Rustbank. The town was never meant to thrive. It was built to cultivate and eventually control the force beneath the seal. Now that it's cracked, the Syndicate will stop at nothing to reclaim it, or control it, no matter the cost. Before you could take all of that information in, Jeb Tillman kicked in the saloon doors with a squad of Syndicate thugs. A brutal barroom brawl erupted, splintering tables, shattering glasses, and arcane fire lighting up the walls. You all fought back and crushed Jeb's goons, but a bloodied Jeb slipped away into the streets of the Rustbank, swearing you hadn't seen the last of him. Now, with the Broken Spur in ruins, and truth still echoing off the walls, all of you stand marked, hunted, and entangled in a conspiracy tied to the very foundation of the Rustbank itself. Miss Vasha, now in the bar with all of you, will turn to you. Well, sugar, ain't that just a damn welcome party? You kicked a hornet's nest, and the Syndicate just felt the sting. They won't come back tonight, not after that showing. Tomorrow's when the real hell starts. I'll keep watch. Got old wards in the walls they don't know about. You all, you need some rest. Real rest. Upstairs I've got rooms. Sheets ain't clean, but they're dry, and nobody dies in my saloon unless I say so. Go on, take the night. You'll need it. And with that, you would all take a long rest unless anyone has something to do before you all go upstairs.
I'm sleeping.
Does anybody have anything they would like to do before?
I'm gonna be snooping around her tavern, seeing what she's got going on here.
There's a bar, right?
Yeah, this is the saloon.
All right. Okay. I just want to make sure I heard it right. So, given how many times I just was suplexed and got the shit beat out of me, I'm actually going to stumble my way to the bar. And I go up to the barkeep, which is Vasha.
Yeah, I mean, she's tidying up right now, but she would look at you and be like, need something?
Okay, and I'll ask her very much raspy, I would like to have myself drink. As you can tell, I did not have good time, and I must forget exactly what transpired.
Go ahead and take whatever you need. Just keep your hands off the top shelf. And
May I ask why the top shelf? Just in case I get too happy and I forget.
You got money for that?
I don't got anything, but
Keep your hands off the top shelf.
Yes, ma'am. I guess I'll just take anything at that point for it.
Yeah, you would see, various spirits, grog on tap, beer. So yeah, she would pretty much give you free reign of grab yourself a drink, but make sure you don't take that top shelf.
Okay, so yeah, I grab essentially one of the first things I see, and I just I pour myself approximately a Long Island iced tea's worth of alcohol in just one solid glass.
You need it.
Man.
And I down that shit quick.
Awesome. Yeah. Does anybody else have anything they'd want to do?
Since I don't have to sleep, since I'm a Warforged, but I have to, for the long rest, I do inactive. I go inactive, but conscious. I'm just gonna go into that mode by the door, sort of like to stand guard.
Oh, okay. Almost like a sentry kind of thing?
Yeah.
Cool. Convall, I think you said.
Yeah. I wanted to approach Vasha and ask her, I don't suppose this is a good time, but would I be able to send a letter back home? I'm sure my mom and pa are definitely going to be worrying about me.
Well, it's a little hectic, but maybe go upstairs and then you can try.
And I'm going to go upstairs, draft the letter, and for a chance to send it at some point.
Awesome. Okay, does anybody have anything else before the party returns upstairs? I know, Sacred, you said earlier you'd want to snoop around the bar. Is that something you still want to do?
No, that's all right. I'm just going to sit at the bar and console my friend who I tried to help. Some got suplexed on the neck twice. I just feel bad. I couldn't help him. Oh, man. Terrible. It happened twice. I just couldn't do anything.
So we are going to have, after the libations and nursing of wounds, we'll have everyone go upstairs to get some much needed rest. Convall, as you begin to settle in for the night, you would hear a magical, followed by telegram for Convall Maybell, and the message spell would pop up in front of you. And you would read, or hear in this case, Convall, it's Ma. Folks saying there's a fight in the Rustbank. You all right? Pa's pacing a hole in the porch. Send word if you can. What were you gonna say?
I was going to ask if this was a two-way, is this a communication right now, or is this just a message?
This is just a message.
Oh, okay.
And as you're kind of finishing the last word, or hearing the last word of that message from Ma, another telegram for Convall Maybell. Son, don't care how big you think you is. Get yourself killed messing with Syndicate. I'll drag your soul back myself. Tell me you're breathing. And with that, Convall, you would be able to respond to them with a 25-word reply. What would you want to say to them in this moment?
I would say, Ma, Pa, I'm doing all right. Was a bit of a tussle out here, but I'm doing fine. We're all doing fine. I'm doing what you taught me. I'll be safe. I'll do right by us, and then leave it at that.
Is that 25?
I'm not sure.
That was way over 25.
Okay.
I was trying my best.
Yeah, I tried to count it up, and I was like, oh.
That was about 50.
So yeah, you have 25 words that you could send back to them in this moment, while they're kind of worried sick about their little convol.
I think I would say, Ma, Pa, doing all right. Fight handled. Everyone okay. Doing right by us.
Awesome. Okay. And with that, then, would you settle in for the night now that you've sent a message to your folks?
Yes, I'm good to settle for the night.
Awesome. So you lay down, start sleeping. Sylvester, you lumber into your room after the libations with Olgard, your muscles aching, and the silence is so welcome until at the window, sharp and insistent tapping.
What in goddamn tarnation? Gonna grab my chain, just groggy, just stumble towards the window. What the hell is this going on here? I'm gonna open the window, look out.
Outside, framed in the pale moonlight, 2 young figures are crouched on the rooftop. You would know them as Cordelia and Penelope, your twin nieces. Their boots incredibly dusty, the braids in of their hair windblown, and their eyes filled with terror.
Oh, youngins, what's going on? What's wrong? Why are you on the roof? Why do you look terrified?
Penelope would look to you and... Uncle Syl, we shouldn't be here, but we didn't know what else to do. And Cordelia cutting her off. It's Pa. We heard him talking to syndicate men downstairs in the jailhouse. He didn't know we were listening through the floorboards. And when she says Pa, she is referring to your uncle. Sheriff? Yes.
Yeah, scumbag. Huh. Right out the window. What's that scumbag say about your uncle?
Dodging out of the way of your spit. Dell would be like, he let Jeb know where y'all were on purpose. Said, better to flush out the marks now before they draw more attention. That means you, doesn't it?
Oh, he's drawing some attention, all right. Don't you worry about what's going on, young ones. This is about the old folk, but did you hear anything good I gotta know about? Anything they planning for tomorrow?
Well, we know Pa's been working with the syndicate now for months, and he allowed the attack on the saloon just now. He told deputies to look the other way.
He allowed the attack?
Yeah, he told all the deputies to look the other way.
And they did? All of them looked the other way. Not a single one of them had a pair of stones between them to say something. Is that what you're telling me?
You know how Pa is. He doesn't let people disobey. And
no, we're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix that right up. Don't you worry.
We saw your name on his desk. He called you
Good, he shouldn't. He called me what?
He called you a dangerous variable?
Oh, well, you're gonna be in danger. Pain's gonna bury you.
One last thing. He said, if you don't fall in line, we'll deal with him like we did Holloway?
Fall in line? Who?
Yeah, we thought you deserved to know before he does something you can't come back from.
Oh no, I'm gonna do something he can't wake up from. No, I'm sorry, darling. I shouldn't say that.
We need to make sure we get back. We can't let him know we came here. And
listen, you two go home, clean up, get home safely. Make sure nobody sees you, and if somebody sees you, you get safe. All right?
All right, Uncle Sil. And they'll very carefully climb off the roof and kind of disappear into the dark of the night.
Goddamn youngins. Give you a damn heart attack. Put my chain over the bed. Oh, I'm sorry, over the chair.
Mm-hmm.
Throw myself on the bed. Goddamn. No good. Son of a bitch, sir. You gonna see making a young one worry about me like that. We're gonna fix that right up. You'll see.
And with that, you would head to bed. Bud, you close your eyes after getting in, with the weight of the day finally weighing you down. Sleep doesn't come softly, but it does come with something familiar to you. A vivid dream hits you. The air smells like wild sage and dust. You stand on the porch of a modest homestead. The sky is a perfect stretch of gold. And in the distance, whisper crickets hum like a lullaby. The wind's warm and comforting. When you hear a voice. Bud? A familiar woman to you steps out of the front door, wearing a worn linen dress that she used to garden in. Her eyes meet yours like no time has passed, and she smiles a little. When suddenly a second voice chimes in, much lighter, giddier, and running towards you. Papa! A young girl crashes into your legs with a laugh, arms around your knee and a teddy bear swinging with her. The familiar woman sits down on the steps of the porch and pats the wood beside her. Sit with me, we've missed you.
All right. I'll take a seat right next to him.
Where have you been?
I've been right here. What do you mean?
Well, we've been worried sick. You know, with you going out there and doing your jobs at all hours of the night.
You don't gotta worry about me. You know how I am. I always come home.
I'm always gonna worry. It's what we do. And the little girl is gonna look up at you, smiling and clearly just happy you're home.
Pat her on the head.
Pat her on the head.
Yeah.
She'll giggle. And just for this moment, it feels like nothing could be better. I mean, the sun's warm. It's a cool breeze. Whisper crickets just chirping away. When suddenly, as you're talking with this woman, her voice shifts a little. She stiffens up, her eyes clouding. She turns towards you and whispers, "You shouldn't be here."
What? What are you saying?
You shouldn't be here. And the sky flickers.
What?
The sun pulses and cracks like glass. You look down,
What?
and the young girl in your arms turns to ash.
What?
The porch groans and splinters beneath your feet. Black smoke begins to pour in from every crack in the dreamscape. shadows in syndicate masks walk the horizon, dragging chains made of light. One of the closer ones bends down to pick up the young girl's teddy bear, only to rip it apart. The woman looks at you, expression gaunt and rigid. You left us, Buck. The wind howls. The sundial cracks in the sky above you, and the same searing light from the plaza begins to burn across your hands.
I didn't leave. I didn't leave.
The echoes of her voice just reverberate. You left us, Buck. You left us, Buck. You left us, Buck. You would all wake up. It's a new day.
Oh. No.
You would wake up to a panicked Miss Vasha. In her hand, as you descend the stairs to the bar, is a bloodied letter. Y'all have to see this. We gotta help. His familiar delivered this to me, of all people. She would walk up to you, Raiden, and hand you this note.
Oh. What? Wait. What? It's really confusing because it's like at the bottom of my screen.
God, read the damn note!
Don't ask, get to the who is this, a doctor? What is this cursive? Clinic armed sign? Don't ask, get to the clinic armed signed Holloway.
What are you, a morning drinker?
Yeah, sorry, sometimes.
I'm sure it's just a minor misinterpretation. Let me see the letter.
Don't ask. Get to the clinic armed, signed Holloway.
Well, sounds like there's no time for breakfast.
Who said that?
Well, taught me rocks. It definitely says don't ask. Get to clinic arm signed. Okay, all right, I understand. I sorry I doubt you. Head hurt though, but it shows great constitution, so we're good.
Okay, that's
You
great.
said your head's got good constitution.
Yeah, or yes, you want to see more? Vasha, give me more.
Y'all, we gotta stop this
Boy.
bickering. That man don't beg. If he's calling on us, sugar, the sky's already falling. Let's get to that damn clinic.
Who's Holloway again? Somebody remind me. I just woke up.
Got no idea.
All right. Let's go. Right.
Doc Holloway? The surgeon?
Uh,
Well, that makes sense. You don't know that, bud.
I'm not from around here, lady, but I do enjoy a fight.
Wait, so do
Let's
we
get
know?
on down
Do we
there.
know who Holloway is, or
Some of you would know more like whisperings of Doc Holloway. He's kind of like a patcher up kind of doc. Where
my
if you
type
get
of guy.
shot, then you've probably gone to Doc Holloway to sew you up and give you maybe a whiskey to help with the pain.
Sounds like my kind of guy.
so he's a good friend of Sylvester, probably.
They would have definitely probably crossed paths at some point.
So his name though is very much known.
Yes, people would know about Doc Holloway. Yeah.
All right, look, the good dog needs some help. We gotta get moving. All right, we're gonna take this drink to go. Fill up
One
my
of my
flask.
buddies, after he got his hand crushed by Orc, he went over to Doc Holloway. A little bit squeaky. He ain't like us, you know. But he good man, so I'm sure we should go if there's something wrong.
Yeah, let's get to it. Do you guys want me to go with you, or should I stay here?
No, you can
Guard?
tag along. You guard your own tavern now. It'll be fine. They don't care about you, right?
Yeah, why not?
Well, all right. Well, I'll lead the way.
Seems like you know a little bit of stuff, and
Vasha, why don't you lead the way? You know Doc Hall. You know Mr. Holloman. Holloway a lot better than us, don't you?
Is she coming or is she going?
Well, fine. I'll go, and she'll head out the door.
Hey, come on, she's leaving us behind, boys. Let's go.
It would be around mid-morning in the Rustbank. The air still and dry. The sun is hanging over the town like an eye, and there's a nervous energy from the aftermath of the saloon shootout and the sundial cracking. After kind of walking through the town, would you guys try to go through the center of the town, or would you guys kind of do like back streets?
Back streets, all right.
Back streets.
Damn. What's a man now?
Yeah, we got a lot of attention put on us. I think in that moment we should stick to the back streets.
Yeah.
Could I get
It's
everyone?
sure to go right through.
Could I get everyone to do a group stealth?
That thing.
So everyone is gonna roll a stealth check, and we're gonna
take the average.
grab the average. Yeah. Sylvester, what did you get?
I'd be a 14.
Olgard,
Dirty 20.
Bud,
Dirty 20.
Raiden,
6.
and Convall.
16.
Okay. With that, you guys would seamlessly get through the town. Wouldn't even have a single eye on you guys. You would arrive to Holloway's shop. And Holloway's shop is a squat brick building with faded signage that would read Dr. H. Holloway, Surgeon and Salves. The front door, you would already know, is ajar, swaying on its hinge, and one of the windows was smashed inward.
Oh.
All right, boys, listen.
And Doc Holloway is not here yet. Not here at all.
From just the outside, you wouldn't be able to determine.
Okay.
So,
I don't know what happened, but I can tell you, window never broken unless he had good night like me. But I doubt it, considering he's always patching up fellows over from the mine sometime. So I don't think this normal.
Enough of your quivering. You could be in more danger right now, right, son? Look, I'm gonna go around the back. Some of you boys going through the front. You're gonna try and find out what's going on quickly. You might be beating him out right now. Probably no.
I'm gonna open the door of this building, and just kind of pretty much just walk in and be like, Doc Holloway, you're in here.
I'm gonna stop you right there. So, how do you open the door? Do you push it open? Do you like kind of carefully?
I would say, I mean, shit. How do I describe it? You're peeking it open like you're in like a survival horror game. So you're not doing it too slow, but like it's opening.
Okay.
Terrifying.
As you open the door, Olgard, can I get you to do a Dex save?
Yeah. Alright. That is, I rolled a 17.
17. Okay. As you peek open the door, an arrow flies towards your face and you get out of the way of it immediately, and it sticks into the wall. You would be able to determine that somebody did like a crossbow trap.
Oh, I guess that serves me right for being quite silly. Maybe this constitution headache is making me fuzzy in the head. All right, that was bad decision. All right, guys, I don't think we should come in really fast. We don't know what's in there. Arrow, almost body.
Arrow, almost body.
I haven't tried to go in at all. I'm just like distracted by this random dandelion growing through the desert, and I'm just looking at that. But I heard arrow going body.
Son, do you have a drinking problem?
No, sir, but this guy have great whiskey. Let me tell you, especially if you have.
Vasha would cut you guys off and be like, "Oh, all right, we need to figure out what the hell's going on here."
All right,
is there another entrance or?
I'm circling around the back, looking through the windows.
Yeah. Okay. Would you want to do a perception check for me, real quick?
Yes. Roll.
I'll assist.
That is a 9, but I also have where is it? I have what is it, +4 to insight?
Oh,
isn't that perception?
Perception. No. So there's insight and then perception. So
can I roll to assist?
Perception is plus.
You can
4.
give him the help action, yeah, Olgard. How would you help him?
Yeah. He walked in right next to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as he peeks in, then as Vasha goes and basically, all right, we gotta hurry here. I say, all right, and then I start to peek around the door as well as him. He peeks, I'm presuming, one direction. I peek the other direction. I roll 17.
So Sylvester's in the back looking through the windows. Sylvester, you would have a +4 to perception, so that would be I believe 13 that you just rolled.
Yes.
On that 13, you would kind of look down and see that out the back door are blood smears, like kind of dragging out and leading into an alley beyond the shop. But before we get to that, I would want everyone else to do 4 group checks for me. And I want everyone to do a perception group check, a arcana group check, a survival group check, and then an investigation group check.
I got a nat 20.
Okay. Very good.
That's crazy.
So when you guys are saying dirty 20, is that like 20 after your bonuses?
Yes.
Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
What did everyone get for this perception? Bud.
Nat 20.
Olgard.
9.
Convall.
23.
Raiden.
Also 23.
Okay. Putting that aside. Now can everyone do an arcana for me? So we'll just go through that real quick. Bud.
17.
Olgard.
13.
Raiden.
11.
Convall.
18.
Okay. Wow. Great job, guys.
Thanks, guys.
And then we'll just do an investigation.
Investigation. This would have been a 14.
Okay.
Investigate.
Bud.
Investigate.
7.
Convall.
1.
And Raiden.
17.
Okay, so everyone that was inside this shop, due to various looking around and sensing magic, and the fights you guys have been in previously, you would find various objects within this establishment. Whoever did well on the Arcana would find strange blue silver scorch marks on the back wall that are pulsing faintly, and evidence of the arcane teleportation glyph. Bud, what did you get your nat 20 in? Do you remember?
My bad.
I think it was
muted.
perception.
It was perception, right?
Perception, okay.
Yeah.
Bud, you would find a file underneath like a cabinet, and it's burned almost to bits. Other than a couple of keywords, you would see foreman sable and spinal graft anomaly.
Oh, okay. I don't know what this means, but y'all want to take a look at this? Seems important.
Raiden, you would have discovered a few twisted pieces of metal that you specifically would know, you and Olgard both would know, is made by the Syndicate because it was used in the mines a lot.
Hey, Elgard, what do you think this stuff is doing here?
That is quite weird. We would see this it's all over the mines. They use it as part of their materials to help us do our slave labor.
And they got slaves out here? That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Fucking, they pay us only 1 copper a day. It's bullshit. Oh man, I should tell you my frickin' speech, but sometimes I regret it. It was not the best for speech, but I think it did the job.
I'm sure it was
I
great.
have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm sure it was great.
It was good. It's the miner workers union. District 117 is what I want to call it, but unfortunately people don't know how to count out here, so sometimes it'd be a little hard to explain.
That's fair enough. I don't know what a union is.
So
join me.
I'm going to ask a quick question. Who would be looking at like the floors, and then who would kind of be like surveilling, the walls and like that kind of stuff? If you guys were to split off into twos here.
I was going to investigate the crossbow that shot towards me to see what the make and model was.
I think I'd be looking at the floors.
The floors? Okay. We're going to start with the crossbow. So, Olgard, you would walk up to this mechanism, and it essentially just looks like a very simple pipe that they attached string to that they rigged up to the door.
Okay.
Convall. While searching through the floor, you would have discovered with that group check a piece of torn parchment. Scrawled across it is a Warforged anatomy sketch overlaid with like arcane runes and fine handwriting.
Oh. Is this the only thing of note that I find on the ground?
You would see, I guess you would all see one thing, which is the operating table that would be bloodied, which you would kind of normally see when you come into Doc Holloway's shop.
Could we check to see how recent the blood is, or if we...
Convall, you would be 100% sure that this blood is recent. It's still warm. The rest of you, you'd be like, yeah, that's blood.
There is.
Definitely know what that is.
I would bring it up to the group then. Looks like this blood's fresh, and found this on the ground and display it for everyone. I'm gonna drop it in the middle right here. Display the blueprints, you said?
Yeah, it looks like a Warforged anatomy sketch.
Is that what it looked like on the inside?
Hey.
Trust me, it's not what's on the inside, but what's on the... Oh, no, it's what's on the inside. Yes.
Looks like wherever Doc is, he might have been just taken here recently.
Is there... Do I see... I don't think I saw the trail of blood. Did I?
You wouldn't have seen it yet until you guys go outside and talk to Sylvester.
Okay.
So for now, you guys wouldn't.
Is there a room that has not been investigated yet? I only can think of 2 places: entrance and where the operating table was.
Okay. I want you, Olgard, to make another... Let's do investigation check. And go ahead and do that at advantage for a really good question.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right, 19.
So with... nice. With a 19, Olgard, you would see one of the floorboards that's kind of like peeking up over the rest of them in the corner.
Okay. I will eerily walk towards it, considering I was shot at.
Mm-hmm.
And I will look at the floorboard, and I'm going to roll investigation again to make sure it's not trapped. As a trap, like a trap slab, because it can happen.
Sure. Go ahead.
So, all right. Another 19.
You would know it's not trapped. That is just, It looks like with the scuffle of what happened in here, maybe somebody stepped on the other side of it and it just kind of popped it up.
Okay, cool. It's not like levered or anything. All right. I'm going to peel it open and check if there's anything hidden underneath.
In a very small compartment, you would find a pendant, which you would recognize the emblem on the pendant from the time you've spent in the sinking mines. And it looks like a mountain with a pickaxe through it.
Okay.
You would recognize it from all the times in the sinking mines. Like, you would see it carved into the walls.
Okay, I got you.
You would see it in like various places in the Rustbank. But go ahead and give me a history check.
Okay.
And you can ask for help on this too.
Dang, you don't. I roll a 16.
Do you have any pluses to that with history or no?
It's 0.
Yeah. With a 16, dang, you guys have all been just rolling great. With a 16, you would know then that this is the Cothridge family crest.
So I'm going to take the pendant, walk out towards the group, or most of them, because there's not one there. He's in the back. And I go, guys, I found this pendant in the floorboard. It's what is the name of the group?
Cothridge. This is the family that Vasha was talking about earlier that founded the very Rustbank.
Okay. This pendant has the Cothridge family crest on it. They are the ones who found the Rustbank. Don't you guys find this to be a little odd?
Vasha would see you with that and be like, "Where the hell did you get that?"
I just told you, it was in the floorboard.
Ah. Well, you got me there, old guy. Really, I kind of caught up. But those aren't very common. You know that, right?
Aren't very common?
They're not very common.
Interesting. Do I sense any? I'm gonna roll Arcane to make sure there isn't energy coming from it. Because since I'm a little attuned, I might resonate.
Go ahead and do that at advantage.
Okay. Oh, thank God I have advantage.
6.
Wow, that didn't change any.
My lord.
6.
It's a pendant, dude.
Well,
So when you're showing others, how are you showing them?
I basically am holding it over my wrist.
Okay.
I still have it in
Like
my
a
hands, but
jeweler?
like a jeweler, yeah.
Very elegant, Olgard.
Would I
what
be
can I say?
aware of?
Well, aren't you proud of yourself?
Would I know much about this since the Rosewoods that Raiden serves, they're like cousins?
Yeah, you would immediately clock that as the Coulthridge family crest.
Would I know of like if this is like a common like trinket or if this is just a crest on a trinket?
Go ahead and give me a history.
I was so zoomed into that picture.
Oh,
Okay.
Like I guess is this one unique or is this like just there's a lot of these?
You would know with a 19 that all of the Coulthridge family members had a pendant. All of them. They'd all wear it.
Do we know how many of them there are?
You would just know of the Coulthridge family and that they had pendants. You wouldn't know the exact like lineage of them, being somebody that just worked for the Rosewoods. You wouldn't be kind of privy to like family stuff as much as like kind of the basic, just like, yeah, we were descendants, or we're the cousins of the Coulthridge kind of thing.
Okay. I guess I share that info.
So Raiden would tell all of you guys that the pendant Olgard that's in his hands is a Coulthridge family pendant that the main family would wear and don.
And this pendant was hiding in the floorboards, or was hidden in the floorboards?
Yeah, it was hidden in the floorboards.
Is the doc? I would turn to Vasha and ask, "Did you know if the doc was part of their family?"
Oh heavens, no! The dog? he wasn't royalty. You see this place?
No long lost siblings or disgraced sons?
Listen, if there was a single Coulthridge left, I'd know.
Why would you know? Do you know what happened to them?
No, I don't.
I'm gonna roll insight, see if she's lying.
Would anybody else want to help with that, or just let
Yes.
Olgard kind of?
Yes. I will help
So,
him with that.
Sylvester, would you come inside then from outside?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I rolled 14.
Convall just believes her.
Okay.
I rolled a
Me too.
17
So, you guys-
and I have 4
you-
insight.
So you guys wouldn't roll. You guys would just be giving the help action to
Oh,
Olgard.
okay,
here.
sorry.
No worries. So, Olgard, what did you get with your first roll?
14.
Okay. Go ahead and roll one more time, and we'll take the highest result.
14.
14. Yeah, she's hiding something.
Listen, gal, I can tell when somebody's not telling the full truth. You might as well tell us. We went and spent the night at your place. You take us here. It's all good. I almost got shot, but that does not matter. But at least you could at least tell us more. Like I know there's something you're hiding.
She's gonna look away and just kind of
maybe
like
you could
blurt
tell us
out.
a bit about your arm. Oh,
No, go ahead.
I just wanted to just say that while she was turning away. Like maybe
Alright.
you could at least tell us a bit about your arm there.
She'll tug
Really interested.
her trench kind of like down over her arm, be like, everybody knows about the Coulthridges. Damn syndicate.
Hold up. What about your arm? Bud. What?
I don't know. Something about it looks awfully familiar. I've seen stuff like that around before. Some not so nice people that may or may not have been shooting at us.
Are you a syndicate woman?
Syndicate?
What are you hiding?
I ain't no damn syndicate. Go ahead, Convall.
Could I roll a persuasion check? And I wanted to say, like, look, Vasha, we're completely fine helping you out here, and like obviously we're kind of in the same boat here, but we can't help you if you won't let us know what we're hiding. We need to know what the full situation is.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a persuasion.
$15.
She would look like, all right, fine. When the syndicate came into town, they rounded up the Colthridges. And that was the last we saw of them. And you guys would see her like turn away from the whole party and like wipe her face and then turn back.
I think the skills of Yukon, that was quite impressive.
Well, sometimes it just requires a gentle touch.
I don't have that, but I'll take notes.
Why do you think they, do you know why they took him? Or where?
Where they took him? Well, she's gonna like touch her shoulder and be like, "Dear, they're dead."
Oh.
Well, if
that unfortunate.
It sounds like you have a little bit of regret among your shoulders. At least you could do is continue to help us. Where we come from, it's called repentance. It could help move you forward with things.
Right, I'll work on Redentist. And anyway.
I understand. Yeah, okay.
What was your connection with these people?
Just in the background, like, I like the way you speak, big man.
What did you say, Sylvester, to her?
I said, listen, Masha, what is your connection to these people?
I keep telling y'all, I love the Rustbank, including the founders. When they got snatched, we lost a piece of us that day.
I guess while everybody's out there, given that I kind of am like this, I get she's upset, but we're still here in the building and we still need to figure out where the guy is at. I'm gonna go towards the back because I believe that's all I've pretty much expunged all the buildings. So
you guys would have pretty much like scouted everything out in here, and to your guys' knowledge, you've seen everything you could.
Including the blood that goes out the building?
I kind of included Sylvester in that. Sylvester hasn't told you guys about the blood yet, but yeah, if you guys go out into the back, you would see the blood smears dragging off into the alley.
Okay.
Alright, y'all, look, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but come over here, take a look.
Alright.
And then I guide them to the trailing blood.
Well, that looks like blood.
That is blood.
It's going in our direction.
Now, Convall would definitely pipe up and be like, now I don't mean to rush everyone, but this blood was pretty warm and fresh. If we want to make sure the doc's alive, we may need to leave right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose.
I guess we're going.
Is this alleyway like a very thin alleyway, like think like San Francisco alleyway, or is it like?
It's pretty much like building 2 feet in front of you, like fence. So yeah, pretty tight. Pretty tight alleyway.
Is there anyone watching us? Do I have a sense of that?
Roll me a perception.
I roll a 14.
You wouldn't think anybody's watching right now.
All right, guys. We need to hurry down this alleyway. We have time. Convall, right? We have time.
All right.
So as you all follow the drag marks, they would lead to hasty carriage tracks that lead out of town.
Can we see anything in the
carriage
distance?
tracks?
One at a time.
Like they're squirrely.
Yeah, like it kind of looks like they were peeling out.
The J
What's the
turn
direction?
horse carriage.
West.
West. Okay.
Can we see anything out there?
Through kind of the heat of the Rustbank, you would be able to make out, buildings and you guys would know, being from the Rustbank, that side of town is kind of like abandoned or decrepit, kind of.
Is that the Gilded Waste, or is that like way further than that?
Yeah, it would be more towards the Gilded Waste.
Okay.
So we're like going out towards here, probably.
Okay. I guess I'll Vasha's still with us, right?
Yeah.
So Vasha, do you want to help? Do you happen to have any carriage or anything that we could use to get out there and follow? At least provide us this, if you want to again repent it. Yes.
How rich do you think I am?
I mean, you do own a saloon. I mean, you do make money.
Carriage? Yeah.
Horses.
We'd be able to find a carriage if there would be one around here. Any means of transportation that you could point us to.
Or if y'all know how to ride horses.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm able to. A little heavy.
Never seen a robot on a horse.
Today could be the first day.
Yeah, you guys would know there's like stables around here if you guys would like to attempt to steal a horse. Or horses, I should say.
We've seen some stables around here?
Yeah, in the Rustbank, just like, you guys would see horses tied up, or like just random kind of like stables. Everyone would typically have something along those lines to be able to get around.
All right, well, time's a wasting. Let's hop to it. And I start bolting towards a horse. I'm gonna steal it.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Would you guys all follow Bud?
Would we know how much a horse could cost? Like,
what is the fine?
Long as you're paying, I'm coming.
I ain't paying for shit. As I'm running.
Awesome. The cost.
Are anything?
Go ahead.
Is any of it syndicate owned? Any horses?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, like the stables would probably at this point be syndicate owned and probably townfolk operated.
Okay, yeah, no, I definitely don't care then. Alright, I don't mind, since these pieces of shit syndicate are probably of the owners of this place. Most definitely, I don't care. Let's go.
I also steal a horse. I didn't consider that or realize that I do it like on impulse.
Going to the stables, would you guys like try to hop a fence, or would you kind of just like go through the front?
I'm gonna just follow Bud because he's leading the way.
Going through the front.
Going through the front.
I also go through the front.
So
second.
I guess follow-up question: would you just like sprint through the establishment, or like kind of just walk in?
I had a question about that actually.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is the fences where the horses are, the stables where the horses are the horses able to jump? Like, is the fence high enough where the horses can't jump it?
That would be the idea, yeah.
Okay, never mind that.
All right. Yeah, no, I'm gonna walk in and I'm gonna see if there's like anyone working like a front desk or something. Anyone I could talk to.
Yeah, so it sounds like Olgard and Bud, since Olgard's following Bud in this situation. As you guys just like walk into this stable, there's a front counter, and it's like a really bored teenager who's like leaning on her fist, like, Harry's horses, welcome, barely looking up.
I'm gonna come in animated and just be like, woman, you would not believe it. There was a freaking person out there that got carried away, bloodied and to all hell. And if we don't save that person, they'll all die.
Uh-huh.
All right. Disregard that, sir. Hey, come here. I'm just gonna pull Olgard aside real quick.
And she'll just look at her nails while you guys are doing that.
Yeah. Hey, bud. Why don't you let me do some of the talking? And then once we get on the horses, we're out of here. All right.
Oh, all right.
Just
Sorry.
follow my lead.
I'm still recovering my constitution. I'm sorry.
You're being very honest, and I appreciate it. But I don't know if there's the time. I don't know.
I'm standing unstealthily behind them.
All right. It's not going to affect me. Go ahead.
So more of you would walk in after these two.
Yeah.
She would hear
and
the
I do it
little
in the
like.
most unstealthy way possible.
Yeah, she would like hear another chime. Harry's horses, welcome. Still not even paying attention to you guys.
What's up? I'm with them.
I'm gonna go back up to her and be like, pardon me, miss, but we are all looking to procure a horse for ourselves. Do you mind if you could show us around, see what we got to work with here? We got a lot of money and we're looking to purchase.
Yeah, just go through this door into the stable.
All right, thank you, ma'am. And go out into the stable.
Tell me which ones you like or something. Like she does not care.
You mind if me and my associates here hop on the horses, get a good feel for them?
Read the sign, and she'll point to the sign, and it just says, "Don't touch the horse."
All right.
Touch the horse.
Are there any like gates keeping the horses in that are like fully up? Like
there's one main gate that you wouldn't need a perception for this. Like there's like one main gate that's kind of like locking in all the horses, and then each one has like their own stall that they would kind of go to.
Gotcha. All right.
And then so it would be like the stable itself, and then this office that you guys kind of like walked through to get into the stable. So there's an entrance to the stable, and then there's the entrance to the office. That one big door is that one to the stable.
All right.
Is there any security?
No, you wouldn't see any.
It's just her.
Just her.
And the horses?
Dang.
Yeah, her and the horses. She probably takes care of them.
Yeah. Yeah. How are these stables? Are they keeping the horses? You know, like, are they locked? They have any? Like, how are they closed? How are they
Each one would have like its own separate gate with a latch, and you could just like open the latch, and then the horse could come out. Yeah.
Excuse me, miss.
Yeah.
I'm a little parched. It's kind of hot out here. Do you have any water back inside? You can go get me real quick. It's really hot out here.
Well, I mean, like we could go. I'm just gonna go to the office.
Okay. You know what? That sounds good. I'll meet you back in there.
All right.
I look to Olga and I'm not going back in there.
What?
Huh? No, nothing. We'll see you in just a second.
All right, I'll get you water or something.
All right, I appreciate you.
I try to get a little clever, I would say, because I'm like, all right, this maybe he's not doing a great job, and I actually start causing harmless tremors on the ground. I focus on basically like shit that's pissed me off in the past, and just to see if I can create tremors from anger, to see if I can startle the horses enough to want to leave. So that way they try to escape, and one leads to the other.
Okay, so you're gonna try to startle the horses.
Wait.
Yes.
Can I perceive what he's trying to do?
Give me an intimidation check, Holgar. These are horses.
Yeah, during earthquakes, sometimes they get startled.
You're right.
You're gonna spook our ride.
Go jump quickly. I only get a 6.
You got a 6. You would try to make these tremors. You're hungover, and like it pretty much like rumbles your shoelace, and that's about it.
God damn it! This goddamn Constitution sucks.
But did you just fart? What was that?
How'd you do that? That was a cool magic trick.
Listen, party tricks for another
Do
day
you
next time.
just want water, or like do any of you want like anything else?
Did you hear how hungry
what do you
he was?
have? I love it. Okay, in the other room. I take some whiskey if you got any. All right, guys.
Whiskey. Oh yes, I want some more.
Whiskey's for
She's in
paying
there.
customers.
Oh,
We're gonna pay.
You guys know that I run a bar, right?
you have whiskey on you right now?
You're just gonna start hearing in the other room like rummaging around to find things.
What's the lock on the gate look
I
like?
think we should.
There is. It's just a latch.
So
let's just go, let's go.
each stable has a latch that you can undo, and then the main gate would just be one of those. You know those like, big lock ones where you can like lift up a portion and then like put it into place, and then you put the lock down. It's just one of those.
Oh, so it's not even
Also,
like actually lock.
perhaps-
It only locks from the outside. You guys are inside the stable.
In character, I'm going to just notice that Bud is clearly trying to hint at take the fucking horse.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna walk up to it and just. I am a little big, but I'm going to try my best to do this slyly. But I'm pretty sure she won't hear.
Could I push open the lock from the inside then?
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Unlock the gate.
Stick your hand through the gate.
And I'll be helping unlatch all of the other like horses.
I have to sit and watch because my hands are ghostly.
So is that like
Fair enough.
is that 5 whiskeys?
In the other room.
5 whiskeys, 5 waters, and maybe 3 brandies. Do you got any brandy?
We're out of brandy. I can do the water.
Get yourself and get more whiskey. 5 ain't enough. 2 more. 7.
Yeah, get yourself something too. Get yourself something nice.
Could I also try
Anna.
to do? Oh, sorry.
Bud, can you give me a deception check?
You got it. Well,
I'll
will I be
assist
adding to
because
this
I'm
my
also at
charisma?
4.
Or let's
You're
see.
adding 4.
Yeah, I'm adding 4 to this. Good.
I assist because I'm also telling him that extra 2 shots.
17 plus 4.
Without rolling, I mean,
21.
I guess you can try to roll for the nat 20, but yeah, she's good.
It's like, okay, 5 waters, 5 whiskeys. We're out of brandy. I might need to do. I'll find a tray.
Honestly, I feel kind of bad about this. This is just she's a sweet woman.
Hurry up, Convall.
Listen, she may be
okay.
nice, but she worked for a syndicate, and honestly, we shouldn't feel bad. If she was smart enough, she would have fucking left days ago.
After
All right, fair enough.
after
Let's hop on
unlatching
these
the
horses.
gate. Oh, sorry. After unlatching the gate, I definitely want to try to do an animal handling check to see if we can get the horses out without them making too much noise.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, hold on. 15.
Yeah, they you like pat these horses and good boy, and they're just kind of trotting out, not making much noise.
Yeah, we're gonna slowly move them out.
All right.
I'm gonna try one more time because just in case this goes very bad, I'm going to try and change it up a bit and use Phantom Sound towards her area, asking for more orders.
What is that?
Basically behind her in like a because it's supposed to be like a voice, right? Or an ominous whisper, so it's gonna sound like we're far away, which we are.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll basically be like, actually, 5 more whiskey. It has been a good day. Trust me, you'll get extra tip.
You wouldn't be able to see this, but just for the sake of this, you would see her with a tray of like 5 shots of whiskey, 5 glasses of water, and then she'll hear behind her just, actually 5 more shots of whiskey, and she's just gonna like look at the tray that's maxed, absolutely maxed, and just, okay, and then start searching for another tray.
All right, let's go. This woman clearly has no fucking intelligence. Let's go.
That's a little insulting. We are stealing horses, right?
I don't care anymore.
Before we leave, I definitely want to toss a gold coin and tell her and yell that she got robbed, and just tell them you got robbed, and then toss a gold coin.
Okay, so with that, then all of you guys
on the coin.
Wait, what?
Put a.
Are you able to put the message, whatever?
Oh no! I just want to like yell out as we're leaving. Like,
You've been robbed.
I'm gonna tell them you got robbed and toss her a gold coin for her to keep in case she gets fired.
So
I'm just
you guys would
I'm
all.
so sorry. You were very nice.
You guys would all ride out with your own individual horses, and showing up to the stable with balancing 2 different trays. She would like look at a stable of empty horses, the door wide open, and just go, "Have a happy, hairy day."
Oh, God.
I don't hear that, I'm presuming.
Yeah, you guys would not hear that, but as you now all follow the carriage tracks out of town, you would notice the terrain shifting. The groomed sands of the Rustbank would give way to tumbled turns, weeds, and rusted fences. Out here, the buildings would grow sparser and sparser, and you would just notice like abandoned sheds, broken rail lines, and the skeletal remains of homesteads left behind when the syndicate took over. It all feels eerie. Except as you guys are riding, you would hear a faint, like, clinking in the distance. As you guys get closer, you would just hear rummaging, metal parts scraping, and quiet muttering.
I say it's not me.
Can I roll investigation, I guess, or perception?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Which one?
Let's do an investigation. I mean, you guys are all riding together, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and everybody roll an investigation.
All right.
Can I roll Arcana out of assumption?
Out of sure, if you want to roll an Arcana.
Like that sounds magical to me. Well,
okay. Sure, if you want to.
I got 8.
It's not magical.
Okay.
10.
Some of you that rolled a 12 or higher would hear more rummaging and metal parts scraping, and the muttering that was quiet as you guys were riding up is now much louder. And then you would finally see a junker covered in soot and gear oil, surrounded by rickety carts full of scrap, and brandishing a dented frying pan in one hand and a welding torch in the other, he would turn to you guys and be like, "Who sent you? I ain't done nothing wrong. I got permits." Well, I had permits.
I sent me, and I don't know what you're talking about.
We sent ourselves. Calm down.
Let's see these permits. Let's see these permits.
And he's like pointing the frying pan at you. I got him.
Your permit is a frying pan?
I'm gonna permit you to put that shit down.
Baby. Might be.
We're still on our horses at this point, or would we
so you guys would just be looking down at this little dude.
Get off my horse and just kind of calmly walk up to him and be like, "My name is Golgru.
What you want?"
My name is Golgru, and we're actually traveling west to go see my family. These guys are friends of mine. Is there anyone out here recently that may have been injured? Because we saw like weird bloody tracks on the way, but it was quite strange, and I was actually concerned.
He's gonna like sheath his frying pan on his back, like slinging it. Baby, what's your name again?
Golgru.
Golgru. Name's Mole.
I shake his hand.
Like,
nice to meet you, Mole.
In your like beefy hand, it's just like a little hand. Just a little hand. Alright.
What like size and race?
He would be like almost 4 feet, and he's a kobold.
Ooh.
Oh.
Who introduced himself as Mole. Name's Mole.
What is my current amount of money I have?
I believe 10 gold.
10 gold? Okay. Would I be able to buy like something off of him? Like, just the lowest priced item, and just say, and just ask him kindly.
You want my treasure?
No. Aren't you like?
You have treasure?
You have so much stuff. Are you not a merchant, Mole?
And he's gonna like grab onto like his shopping cart full of just like random scrap, and he's like, "What you want?"
I just figured we do business. You said maybe that you maybe saw someone, so I figured I would purchase something as do compensation.
You don't need to buy nothing. Give me gold, I'll say things.
Okay.
Money talk.
So money talk?
Money talk.
All right, so I'm gonna give him 10 copper, and I'll ask him kindly, who have you seen come through here, and how recent?
He's gonna like snatch the copper. He's like, 3 of them, big fellas, black coats, gloves shining like moonlight, like they was dipped in mercury. Dragged a man, limp as a fish.
I'll roll history just to make sure he's describing like Syndicate.
Without a roll, you would know he's probably talking about Syndicate.
Okay. I rolled 15 anyway.
Yeah, they're Syndicate for sure.
So it sounded like Syndicate, and that was just the 3 of them. No other person with them.
No, 3 of them. They was dragging a man limp as a fish like the warm months.
In what direction?
He's just gonna point west with his frying pan.
Okay. How long ago?
About 1 trash bin ago.
What's that in
That is
helpful.
quite a way to describe time, but I think that is quite special, and that's what I like about you, Mole. And I very appreciate your.
What's your name
help.
again?
Golgru. Remember it.
Golgru.
Yes.
Yeah, you're not bad. Can I get more money?
Sure. I'll give him another 5.
Hell yeah.
And maybe Mole, next time I see you, you and I could have much whiskey together. Have a
Whiskey?
good night.
Y'all got whiskey?
Yes, whiskey. Unfortunately, no. But you know what? Maybe we could have Constitution next day.
All right, for that extra money. I also heard them talking. I was a little close. They said, what the hell did they say? Get them to the old way station before sunrise.
Okay.
The old way station.
Yep. That way. He's going to point the same way with his frying pan.
Yeah.
Okay, so what time of day is it right now?
It's mid-morning.
1 trash can.
So before sunrise. So this would be we'd be late. Then I would say
Next sunrise, maybe.
next sunrise. So he said next.
4 sunrise. No.
I don't know, guys. We need to hurry if we want to save that man. Not that that's the reason we're here, but yes, it's already light.
You're helping the fish? Alright, well. And he's just gonna like turn around and just start going through all the scrap and stuff that he can find. He's picking things up, throwing it into his cart.
Nice to meet you, sir. I appreciate your patronage with helping us.
And he's just gonna throw up like a hand, kind of like waving you out, like, all right.
Back on the horse now.
Listening to Mole, you all follow the tracks westward through the dying brush and rust-covered gravel. Here, it is unnervingly quiet as you continue. Then, through kind of the haze of the Rustbank's heat and mid-morning light and dust, you would see a weathered brick and iron structure looming ahead, half sunken into the canyon slope. Once a way station for like rail workers, now it's busted lanterns, boarded windows, and you would also see torn syndicate banners flapping in the wind on it. Could I get everyone to do a perception check real quick?
Yeah. A perception.
Olgard and Raiden, you would notice crows perched up on the roof that aren't even cawing, but just watching.
What do you think they crow? No.
What? I think I don't think that's good, considering that crows usually mean death of some sort.
Death to our enemies, if there are any here.
I like the way you think, but sometimes death ain't good either. We're here to find somebody, not find dead party.
Vasha, after like a long silence of just kind of traveling with you guys, in sadness would just be like, let's just get in there. And start trying to make her way towards the building.
Yeah, you heard the lady. Let's go.
As they say, ladies first.
Could I use... Hold on, what is it called? Wild Companion. So I'd use a wild shape to use Find Familiar.
Sure.
I just want to do like a sand shrew, like a little wild rat, like around, and then have it scout ahead of us, essentially.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it would be this little sand shrew, and it's like...
I'm gonna look at him like, look, I need you to scout ahead of us, okay? Not too far, but far enough that if you can catch something before it catches us.
He's gonna lick his eye and then just like kind of creep into the like area in front of you guys. Convall, you would see inside an industrial style building, kind of torn down to its bare necessities of iron beams and overall like industrial look. And then you would also see through its eyes a kind of like office with a light on, but the door closed. Like really small, like probably 1 to 2 person office with the light on and the door closed. And then everything else is just empty.
Would I be able to... is there any openings for the small rat to enter from? Into the closed room with the light on, rather.
Yeah, for sure. It could like kind of the sand shrew would like kind of scurry up to a window and peek inside the office, where you would see a scruffy-looking man slumped against the wall, one arm hanging limp, bruised but breathing. His shirt would be bloodied and sleeves are all torn, and he's definitely been beaten.
See anything, Convall?
But he doesn't. The shrew doesn't see anything else. It just sees the beaten man. There's no other men or like the black trenchcoat men in there.
Not that the sand shrew can see. It just seems like a pretty empty building, and then a beat up dude in the office.
All right, then I'm going to telekinetically because we can telepathically communicate, but I'd tell it to just keep guard. Let me know if any changes, or if there are any changes. And then I'd relay to the team and be like, looks like little fella found the doc that we're looking for, or at least somebody pretty beat up in there. But I didn't see any black trenchcoat men, so who knows where they are.
Can I do a perception to see if there's like any tracks leading up to this place? Did you already say that? Are there like any?
Yeah, go ahead and do a perception.
Cool.
To you, it would look like all the tracks around here would have probably just been blown away with the wind.
All right.
I'll peek in a window.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and do a perception.
Can I help peek through the window?
Yeah, sure. So go ahead and roll twice, Olgard.
12.
12. Okay, so with a 12, you would see exactly what Convall was saying. It looks like a pretty much empty industrial building and an office in the back.
Wait. From my laborer background, I have the grime and grit thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no. Determine if a building is in danger of collapse. Never mind.
Yeah, we could do that. It doesn't seem to be like this building has any structural damage. Just that it's like it was emptied out at some point. Looks pretty plain.
Okay. I guess, are there any doors or?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are standing
like,
in front of like a big door. Again, it's like an industrial building, so it would be made out of like a sheet metal.
Can we try to like look around the sides for like side entrances or smaller doors or like emergency exits?
Sure.
I'll check the other side, the opposite side.
I mean, you guys would probably see another entrance into the building on the left side, and probably one out back on the far right-hand corner of the building.
Okay, I guess.
Is there any check I can do, just knowing what Convall said? Is there anything that I could do to like determine whether or not I feel like this is some kind of a trap, a little setup, maybe? It feels a little weird to me, but I don't know if like the character would know that.
Go ahead and roll. Yeah, probably a perception.
Oh, another perception for that. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Can I help him with that too somehow, or?
Well, I got a 19.
A 19? Yeah, go ahead and roll it again.
All right.
What's your
17.
What's your plus to that?
The perception, it says I got a 1. I don't see like a bonus thing. It just says 1.
20.
Okay, so
Unnatural.
it's a dirty 20. I mean, it definitely, like, something feels off, but nothing that would make you be like, yeah, we're like, I shouldn't try to save a dying man, you know?
Gotcha. So, I'll say this. It's a little odd, but and I kick in the door. I'm just gonna kick open the door that's in front of me.
Yeah.
The front door.
The front door swings open.
All right. I just start going in there.
I heard the door slam open, or I guess we'll slam open. I would say.
Yeah.
I'm not near the front door, but I hear it slam open, so I actually run around the corner, as if like maybe that was like we got ambushed.
Oh. Okay. So you would bust in.
Whatever.
I just come around the corner and be like, "Oh shit, we got ambushed!" And then I see you guys all outside, and I just see fucking Bud just walking in willy nilly. I'm like, this man knows what's up, and they follow.
Okay.
So you were on one side of the building, I was on the other, right?
Yeah, I was on the right. You were on the left.
Was the left the one at the back corner or the side door? But
Was that directly?
Yeah, you like is there a door in my side? I was gonna go through like the nearest.
Yeah, so there was the main door, and then to the left, like a small single door, and then in the back right hand corner of the building was another single door. So there was three total entrances.
I'll go through the left one.
Cool.
I actually am going to
look for the other two to see, just look for them.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, now that you're all in the building, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would hear in the office the like laboring, trying to breathe.
I will. Convall would
Run
probably-
inside and try to do some first aid if he needs.
I don't even know if there's a person there. Why are you talking about her first aid? It could potentially just be an animal that's making a weird noise.
It is a person.
We gotta get animals.
You guys would.
Convall, going on.
Yeah, you guys would know from Convall's like seeing through his familiar. Yeah, it's a guy. It's a guy in here.
Yeah.
I would rush.
Someone hurry!
I'd probably try to rush to the door, and then when I open it, instinctively duck because I remember the bolt that went for the crossbow bolt.
Yeah,
but just in case.
You swing open the door and you would just see him slumped against the wall. Help! Help! Help!
What's your name?
Cast Cure Wounds on him.
Yeah, okay. You cast Cure Wounds on him, and he looks a little bit better. And you came. You got my letter. They tried to make me fix him, but it's not a man anymore.
Who?
Are you talking about these blueprints?
You have to go. You have to. And as Doc Holloway tries to speak more, suddenly there's a whine of arcane gears and glyphs, and hidden shutters slam down over the windows and doors. A distorted voice crackles through the Syndicate crystal transmitter embedded in the wall, almost like a comm device. You should have stayed in your holes, rats. To the marked ones, Rustbank is closed. You've had your fun. Now it's our turn. Around the room, panels in the sidewalls slide open, revealing mechanical turret nodes powering up with a low hum. And outside, you would all hear footsteps approaching. You are surrounded. And that's where we're going to end this session.
Hell yeah.
Oh boy.
Find out next time on the Shadow Frontier.